Hocalarım,
Sayın hocalarım,
kendinize iyi bakın.
teşekkür etsek azdır.
Ayaklarınıza sağlık.
Evet, görebiliyorum.
Her zaman
beklediğiniz.
bekleriz.
Teşekkür ederim. Ben
Çok sağ olun.
moderatörü
İyi
tekrar
olursa.
size bıraktım. Ben mikrofonumu kapatıyorum.
Daha buradayız. Hoşçakalın.
İyi ve hayırlı bir verimli konferans olmasını, sempozyum olmasını dileyerek
Ne diyorsunuz?
herkese şimdiden teşekkür ederim. Ben buradayım, herhangi bir sorun olsun.
51. Yok, bilmiyorum hocam. Yoktu.
Kim bayağı giren var. Şu olmuş. Ekran.
Nasılsınız?
Teşekkür ederiz. Siz nasılsınız?
Ben de iyiyim. Sunumları önceden iletmiş miydiniz?
Yapmak isteyen.
Ben yapabilirim, uygun görürseniz.
Ben de yapabilirim.
Kim? İsim olarak?
Maral Gül EROL.
Ha, tamam.
Tekrar tıklayıp
Tamam, oldu o zaman. Ben size yetki vereceğim.
Tamam.
Ve tekrar mikrofon.
Şimdi verdim size. Aldınız mı? Sunum yetkisi.
Sunum yetkisini bakıyorum hemen. Kendini uzaktan ayarlayın. Yani şu an benim ekranımı görüyor musunuz? Nereden kabul etmem gerekiyor?
Aşağıda şey var. Ana ekranın altında yer var orada. Görmeniz gerekiyor da.
Ana ekranın altında.
Evet, geliyor.
Tamam. Sevgili meslektaşlarım, hoş geldiniz. Ben bugün sunumu İngilizce dilinde yapacağım. Eğer uygun görüyorsanız siz de. Başlıyorum kıymetli vaktinizi almamak için. Welcome all to this symposium. I'm going to talk about reviving the activities of the Commonwealth of Independent States in the context of the peaceful exploration and use of outer space from the perspective of sustainable access to space for all in the 25th year of the third millennium. The purpose of my presentation is to provide information on the legislation-based and source-supported space activities of C.I.S countries along with their origins. Globally arise awareness of issues such as space debris, access to space for all, and the peaceful use and exploration of space. Highlight that if we are honest, we all working here to ensure peace both in space and Earth. The peaceful use of outer space should continue as a fundamental principle of space law in order to enhance international solidarity and unity. It must preserve its existence by only strengthening itself. Since we all humans, we should have one compass and it should be peace. In this context, this presentation includes following topics: the origin, space program of the USSR, space race and Kessler syndrome, interstate space council of C.I.S countries, overview of the space activities of the signatories of the interstate space council of these countries. Conclusion and questions answered. So the origin, the space program of the USSR. Since I don't have enough time, the detailed illustration about this will be sent those who want. I'm going to send it by email. In brief, USSR. So, is it possible to claim confidently that modern space exploration is in many ways a continuation of the legacy of the Soviet Union space program? After my research, I concluded that we have reasonable basis to do so. To confirm my conclusion, I propose a brief historical overview. As I said before, I'm going to send it by email to not take this presentation too long. Impact on modern space exploration of the USSR. First female cosmonaut. Soviet cosmonaut Valentina Tereshkova became the first female cosmonaut, marking a key step toward gender equality in space. This milestone inspired other countries to promote women in science and technology. Today, the Universal Space for Women project aims to ensure by 2030 that women and girls have equal access to space exploration, science and innovation. Space race and Kessler syndrome. Threat to access to space and issues of its peaceful use. Competition and the space race during the Cold War create a major problem, space debris. So as the says in the poem, the universe is infinite, but space has its limits. So the space race, as I said, led to numerous satellite launches which contributed to space debris. The question may arise, how did mankind manage to pollute such unbounded space? Was it enough for humans to pollute the planet? In fact, if that makes it any easier, space debris different from Earth isn't really made of plastic. Most orbital debris consist of human-made objects, the part of rockets, satellites. So, Kessler syndrome is a chain reaction of collision that leads to the formation of more and more debris, making space unusable. If this happened, low Earth orbit and a geostationary orbit could become unsuitable for deploying new satellites, making it impossible for future missions to use outer space normally and creating serious barriers to accessing space. Access to space is a key enabler for humankind as it opens new horizons in communication, protection, scientific research, space economy, space tourism, and colonization prospects, all of which contribute to global progress and sustainable development. Every state, regardless of its size or development level, should have equal access to research and opportunities for international cooperation. However, while the countries discuss the space economy, others are focused on survival. We have Outer Space Treaty. It indeed affirms that outer space, including the moon and other celestial bodies, is not subject to national appropriation. This situation raises concerns about whether leading countries will restrict access to the technologies. We say that every state, regardless of its size or development level, should have equal access to space research. However, while some countries focused talk about space economy, others are focused on survival. Currently, space research and resources remain primarily the domain of highly developed nations and wealthy individuals, potentially deepening global inequalities. But will all make the above make sense if do not slow the problem of cleaning space from debris and other objects. Space cleaners, could they lead to space war? To address the problem of space debris, some countries are developing projects to clean up outer space. Various methods are proposed to slow from laser removal to vacuum cleaner. To develop the device for removing space debris raises concerns about dual use nature of such technologies. There is Outer Space Treaty, an international treaty obligation parties to use outer space only for peaceful purposes. But does it really protect us, since it only forbids the use of weapons of mass destruction? The Russian Federation has been asking this question. What about other types of weapons? Why don't they want to revise this and forbidden all types of weapons? Interstate Space Council of the C.I.S countries. To develop cooperation between key states and the peaceful use of outer space and coordinate their interaction, the Interstate Space Council was established in 2018. are Republic of Armenia, Kazakhstan, Belarus, Russian Federation, Uzbekistan, and Tajikistan. They have responsibilities and obligations. So overview of the space activities of these countries. Let's start with the alphabetic order and with Armenia. Armenia is a member of the COSPAR and COPUS. Also, it is a member Interstate Space Council of the CIS countries. Armenia signed the Artemis Accords with NASA, cooperate with Russia Federation, USA, India, Spain. Analog station for the exploration of Mars was placed in the Ararat region of Armenia near the village of Armash. It takes an active role organizing international space events like Starmaz. The Republic of Armenia also has its own satellites, Aramsat-1, first fully Armenian satellite, Hayasat-1. In the Armenian legal system, the rules and safety of space activities, as well as licensing and management, regulated by the law Republic of Armenia on space activities. Republic of Belarus. Belarus is strongly cooperate with Russia. It is a member of COPUS. In March, the first Belarusian female cosmonaut, Marina Vasilyevskaya, flew into space on the Soyuz spacecraft, becoming the representative of Belarus in the ICC. The Republic of Kazakhstan space activities began with the Baikonur Cosmodrome, located in Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan has been member of the COPUS. The National Space Agency of the Republic of Kazakhstan is Kazkosmos. Kazakhstan is developing its own satellite infrastructure. Russian Federation. It's a quite long, you can read detailed information in my paper. So I briefly say that Russia continues to expand its space exploration efforts, focusing on lunar, Venus, and Mercury missions, satellite innovations, and the development of the Russian orbital station. The space agency Roscosmos plays a central role in both domestic and international projects, supporting advancements in space exploration and technology. As is 2024, Russia's orbital constellation includes many satellites, making Russia the leader in the space activities. And the last two republic is the Tajikistan and Uzbekistan. Tajikistan cooperates with Russia in space research, including a joint project with Roscosmos. It doesn't have its own space program and legislation, but it mostly works with Russia. The Republic of Uzbekistan is a member of International Space Organization like COPUS. The Uzbek Space Agency actively participates in the work of the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific. Also, Uzbekistan agency actively participate in meetings of space agencies and organizations with the framework of the Organization of Turkic States. So thank you for listening me. Please do join us for the next events. If you have any question, I'm ready to take it.
Sunum için çok teşekkür ederiz. Sorusu olan var mıydı acaba?
Rica ederim. Umarım açıklayıcı olmuştur.
Çok teşekkürler bilgiler için.